It's time for Everything Noob, your source for all things gaming.
Hello and welcome. It's episode 97 of the Everything Noob podcast. I am Vortak, your master of ceremonies, if you will, and streamer of video games. Joining me this evening, Miss Jemmy.
I like peripherals more than purses.
Mr. Dreadlow.
What's happening?
And Mr. Drew.
Just in case you missed it, it's time for Everything Noob, your source for all things gaming.
There you go.
Now we're all caught up.
Hot button.
You beat me too. It sounds better with all the effects on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. Drew, our voice guy / occasional podcast host.
This is me. Very occasional, though. Hopefully more often. Because I'm unemployed.
Aww.
I know.
I don't have an aw sound effect.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Aw.
Womp, womp.
Womp womp.
Womp, womp.
So the theme of the show this evening, as we talked about last week, without even knowing all of this was going down, the theme of the show this week is all about Minecraft. We can't escape it, and if you're living under a rock, we're going to still tell you about exactly what happened in brief, non-detailed descriptions, and just kind of express our thoughts. We all have a lot to say, and before we get started, I just wanted to let all of you listeners know that the reason Everything Noob exists, the reason I know Jemmy, Dreadlow, and arguably enough Drew, is because of Minecraft. I would have never made a YouTube video. I probably wouldn't even been interested in broadcasting had it not been for watching Minecraft videos on YouTube.
You would be doing something with airplanes.
Something with airplanes. It's a catalyst. Like it's such an important part of my life. Like the whole thing. And the news today was pretty shocking, but we're gonna try to stay positive about it because kind of what's done is done. So that's kind of the theme of this week's show, and we do that every week. We have a theme for the show, and this week is Minecraft. So join us on our wild ride here. So that being said,
Jump in the minecart and let's go.
Yes, jump in the minecart while it doesn't cost you any extra money. And
It's going off the rails.
Sorry, it's a microtransaction if you want to access minecarts now.
See, that's EA's thing. I mean,
That would be crazy.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
How bad do you think this is, though? I mean, is it the worst thing ever, or is some good going to come out of it?
I'm saying good.
You know, see, I try and be optimistic because Dan, like you and I were talking on Drew and Dan Digress about Amazon buying Twitch and how if you take a hands-off approach and you devote your resources to improvements and consistency without reinventing the wheel, it can be a really great thing. And Minecraft, as much as everyone loves it, is still glitchy as hell. I can't play my 1.7.4 survival map in 1.8 without terrible like play ending glitches. And I would really love to see Minecraft backed by someone that can support those type of technical issues. So if they can take sort of a hands off, we'll support you with technical support and money, and we'll just take a cut of your immense wealth. Then I think it'll be more harmonious than, well, we're going to take Minecraft and we're going to add microtransactions and we're going to add this and that and the other thing and we're going to totally revamp everything and it's not going to be Minecraft anymore. It's going to be
Microsoft Craft.
Yeah, Microsoft build things.
Microsoft builds.
No.
Yeah.
Featuring Halo.
What's up, Jemmy?
Well, I mean, they acquired Skype, and Skype's, I mean, it had its rough patches and this, that, and the other, but Skype is still essentially like a hands-off kind of like, it's still Skype.
True.
They didn't like just destroy it and dismantle it or just like, no more Skype, guys.
Well, they did take away certain features, though. If you remember, we were able to... What was that? There was something that they took away.
I know they took like away the group appy kind of thing that you could do with like games and whiteboard and all that stuff. But like we have video calls for free now.
Thank God, because it used to be just one-on-one video calls, and if you wanted more, you had to pay. And now they've changed that.
Oh, okay. I thought
so
that
there
was
has been some improvements.
right.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm talking about is you make positive changes, and it's largely based on competition. We live in a capitalist society in #America, and So I think, you have something like Google Hangouts and Hangouts on Air, which does allow for multiple live chat, multiple webcams and everything, and for free. And they'll even upload it to YouTube for you because they own that too.
Yeah.
And so I think that this is one of those situations where I really think that competition breeds innovation. And so that's what I'm hopeful for in the future.
Let's just quickly touch on what exactly happened. Just all the events of today. We saw this coming after the show last week. It was just kind of predicted and rumored, and we're like 2.5 billion. Minecraft hasn't even made that much money yet. WTF? And just in PC sales alone, so on and so forth. And so it was
over 100 million, I think, every year so far.
Yeah, so it was automatically being discredited. And then today we see announcements come out all at the same time. One from Mojang, one from Microsoft, and one from Notch himself announcing he's leaving the company after the deal is done. Him and the 3 founders are out. So Microsoft gets the game, they get all the rights to it, they get the rest of Mojang team, and they don't even get the guy who created it in the first place, yet they still pay $2.5 billion, which is crazy. So that all happened. Notch said it's making him insane. It's for his sanity. He got really, really hard criticism after the whole EULA thing blew up, and he was sick that week. He wasn't even in the office, and all of a sudden this whole EULA thing blows up, which we talked about on the show, and he was getting hate, and he's like, I can't take this anymore. He kind of used that as a way of saying, kind of him instigating the deal. Like, this kind of showed me it's grown out of my control. I don't want any part of it anymore. And if Microsoft willing to pay that much, who wouldn't take that? You know what I mean?
Maybe this is a conspiracy theorist in me.
Oh,
but
no.
it was just odd that just a week and a half ago, or actually it was a little longer than that, we had the EULA fight. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then just last week we had the bucket, Minecraft kicking the bucket, so to speak.
We'll get to that later too.
Right, and then all of a sudden now Microsoft buys Minecraft or Mojang. Well, according to their website, they bought Minecraft. That's what the video says. He says, we just acquired Minecraft. So their whole intention was Minecraft, obviously.
Okay.
But it was just so funny how all these things happened within, just a month or so. And then all of a sudden this happens. Now, we know that, you can't just say, okay, you offered $2.5 billion. Here, it's yours within a week. No, it's going to take a long time for this to progress to an actual sale, right?
Yeah.
So that's why, I don't know. I think there's a little bit something weird going on there.
Yeah, the whole modding community, it could be a topic for a whole nother show, but that was the whole reason I thought we should talk about Minecraft this week. And now we have 2 giant things that happened in the community. But the one thing that kind of came out of all this, Microsoft says we want to maintain the community the way it is. Of course, they're going to say that. There's nothing else they really can say. And they said they have a lot of plans in the coming weeks. What was that date again? They predicted to earn back their money, Dreadlow?
June, like around June 15th, or was it July 15th? It is within a month of next year of that time.
So in less than a year's time, they expect to earn back all their money.
$2.5 billion. What are they going to possibly do?
Yeah. The one thing that got people really got their panties in a bunch was Microsoft's current stance on people earning ad revenue on YouTube. Because it's safe to argue, I learned about Minecraft, I learned about it through a friend who probably learned about it through YouTube. Everyone seems to find Minecraft through a YouTube video, one or another. And those video makers monetize their content. Microsoft doesn't allow that. And I have a quote here from their actual page that says that. It says, except as described here, you can't sell or otherwise earn any compensation from your item, including through advertisements in this item. This means you can't charge money in exchange for your item, post it on a site that requires subscription or other fees to view that item, or post it on a page you use to sell the item or other services. Even if they have nothing to do with game content or Microsoft, you also can't use the game content in an app to sell in the App Store. That's not the YouTube one I found earlier. That's the wrong quote. But there's also one saying you can't use... you can't use...
Way to go.
You can't make a video and have it monetized. It says you are allowed to put it on YouTube, and if there's an ad beside it, that's cool. But if you're making money off of that ad, that's not cool. So if you're a YouTube partner and you're making revenue from a Microsoft game, you're not allowed to do that.
So there goes Sky Does Minecraft, Chimney Swift,
Well, see,
Captain
Captain
that's what you would think.
Sparkles.
That's going to have to be something they address because my Mojang's always been cool with that. Most indie game devs are. Now Microsoft doesn't need that anymore. Minecraft can stand alone. It's done.
Yeah.
There's no more people we can really reach with YouTube that we can't reach on a store shelf. It's the same thing now. So
Yeah, you go to Walmart, it's right there.
in that sense, they can definitely. Thank you, Ronix. Ronix in chat just linked me to the one I was thinking of. Definitely, they can go ahead and get rid of all that YouTube ad revenue. You may post your item to a page or website that has advertising, but only if you do not earn money from it in that advertising. For example, if you post a video on YouTube or Vimeo and there happens to be an advertisement next to it, then as so long as you don't get paid for that advertisement, it's okay. Blah 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 blah. I basically already said that, but yeah, you get it.
So basically, you can post Minecraft videos as long as you don't monetize them.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that sucks.
Now that's okay. Like it's cool that I can still go ahead and make Minecraft videos, but
Yeah.
I just if YouTube is my living, I can't very well keep going like that. I need to find a new game to play.
I guess it depends on what your focus is on YouTube, because you can monetize the rest of your videos, just don't monetize Minecraft or other Microsoft content.
Hence why I changed the name of my channel. Now you
Boom.
guys see why I did that.
used
It
to
was
be,
Minecraft and me.
Oh,
Minecraft and me. And I told my viewers, I said, look, I'm changing the name. It's going to be Dreadlow Gaming. I don't want to focus specifically on Minecraft. And I even mentioned copyright issues and things like this happening in the future, because we can't
Good.
see the future. And luckily I did that, and I regained a lot of the people that were watching my videos. So it wasn't a waste, And I was very small. I still am. But I mean, it was small enough to where I could do that at that moment. I mean, if you're big like, Sky does Minecraft, what's he going to do? I mean, okay, well, he can probably do it and people will follow him anyway, but what's he going to do for videos? I mean, it's like that's what people are watching him for.
I
So-
guess
Yeah,
he's
that-
just
I mean,
gonna have
that's-
to face to something else.
Right. In the industry, they call that pivoting, as Vortak knows. But Castify. No. Anyway, but yeah, that's a good point, because you could probably maintain your viewership if you continue doing Minecraft videos and not running ads on them. But then how are you going to make money? So I guess it depends on how much you were cashing in on Minecraft to begin with. If you have a lot of different avenues where a lot of different videos and a lot of different games that you're using, then this Minecraft might just be a drop in the bucket. But I feel like the climate right now is that Minecraft is several drops in people's buckets, and people are gonna take a hit if they can't advertise on Minecraft videos.
Yep.
They could still sell merchandise though.
Yeah.
But they'd have to be very careful about the what's
See,
on the
that was the-
merchandise.
That was the item thing I read before, though, which is why it's still relevant. Like, you can't make money off that item.
Yeah.
Does that mean, like, Minecraft Steve figurines? There's whole businesses that are designed to 3D print your Minecraft worlds. What are they going to do? Is that
Well,
still
what if
allowed?
what if I made my little figure of myself in Minecraft? Wanted to sell it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never do that. But
You
I'm just
drew-
saying, what if I
drew your
wanted
character, but it's on a Steve figurine with those dimensions? Is that going to be a problem?
Yeah.
There's so many different legal things, and it's too soon to speculate for the most part, like any of this, really. But that's what we do here. We talk about how we feel about things.
We
and
speculate.
Speculation's going to happen tonight. Deal with it. But,
to? They're no longer an indie dev now.
of course.
Yeah. That's true.
Which is to be expected when a project grows to this magnitude. It was only a matter of time. And we can just be thankful that EA didn't get their grubby paws on it.
Oh, jeez, that would have been. I would have loved probably
I
like
would have
Sony.
cried.
Sony probably would have been a. But anyway,
I looked it up to,
Well.
as far as I understand, you are allowed to monetize Sims 4 videos. Interesting enough.
Okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
see, so they could do that with Minecraft.
You can look that up. I read quickly about it because I was highlighting videos from my Twitch channel, and I'm like, can can I hit the monetize button on this one? And I looked up a couple little things, and it said it was a quote from someone like on the forums who works for Maxis that was like, you shouldn't be getting content ID claims on The Sims 4. We'll take care of it. And
Wow.
I kind of stopped there and said, all right, whatever. I don't make any money off these.
A lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are doing it.
I'm protected by my partnership.
Yeah.
So.
See, and that's a really big deal when you can say you will not get, opposition from Content ID, which is the bane of so many YouTubers' existence, because you could put like a half-second clip from a copyrighted song in your video, and it'll get flagged with Content ID.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal.
Wait a minute, though. Well, Minecraft is a huge game, so I can understand, there's going to be a lot of ad revenue made by that. However, like games like, for instance, State of Decay, I think, is a Microsoft game. State of Decay is a Microsoft game. I've seen videos that were monetized on YouTube, and nobody's said anything about it. So, but it's a really small game, so, I mean, who's going to...
Well, and that was what I was going to say, is I think that every company, regardless of size, prioritizes a little bit.
Obviously, yeah.
Right, exactly. Like, and even in working in small market radio, I've noticed that. Like, we're going to pay a lot more attention to our, we've got 5 radio stations. We're going to pay a lot more attention to our top rated station than our lowest rated station because, we just don't care. But I'm not bitter or anything. It's just... but I feel like that's true really at any stage with any size of company. If once a game starts making a ton of money, then then the copyright and everything, that's a real concern because they don't want people cashing in on their cash cow for free.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that should be allowed to milk that cash cow, so to speak. And so like and that brings me back to another point is Dreadlow, you were saying that Microsoft said they acquired Minecraft. It's because they don't care about the rest of Mojang. They care about Minecraft, and they want to publicize that they, like I don't even recall off the top of my head the other 2 games that Mojang has done because Mojang is known for Minecraft, and that's all they want. And you just put blank acquires Minecraft. That's clickbait right there. And people will read that news story and they'll.
Well, if you think about it, if it's Mojang, we're talking about Mojang here. Scrolls was basically Jacob's baby. Jacob is one of the co-founders of Mojang, and he's gone. So how are they going to continue with Scrolls? I mean, did he just lose complete rights to that? Maybe, I guess if Mach lost rights to Minecraft.
Can I ask a question here? Because I didn't see it, and like there was a lot of clickbait and misleading articles and stuff like that. Did they actually buy Mojang, and it was just for the goal of Minecraft, or did they just buy the rights of Minecraft, and then the founders are deciding just to leave Mojang because they're like, we got a lot of money, we're done.
If you watch the video on the news.xbox.com regarding this whole issue, the first things out of his mouth is yes, we've acquired Minecraft. And it even says Minecraft to join Microsoft. It's not even talking about Mojang. He's talking about Minecraft.
But every article that I've read says Microsoft acquires Mojang.
Right.
So again, I feel like that's just baiting. Everybody knows Minecraft. Even people that don't play know the term Minecraft. And so that's going to engage a lot more people than saying Mojang. People are going to go, what the hell is Mojang? And then that requires more explanation. Oh, they did Minecraft and, 2 other et cetera games that no one cares about.
So they did get Mojang.
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as
the
the articles say.
The whole company.
They acquired Mojang, which would be the smart business move. If you're a big company acquiring a property, acquire the company that makes that property, not just the property itself.
Yeah, that gets to legal sticky areas sometimes.
It's very sticky.
So it says,
oh, no.
a quote that iSpark in chat here quoted says, "Today is an incredibly exciting day for our team as Mojang and the Minecraft franchise joined Microsoft."
Okay, so yeah, they got Mojang.
They got Mojang. But I read another thing. It was just like a quick tweet that passed me by that said the Cobalt development will still continue independent of all that, which is their 3rd game, if you will.
Okay, Cobalt was sort of by what's the name of the something?
Oxeye,
originally. that's Cobalt was being made by them, and they're like a sub company of Mojang. So I'm wondering if now that relationship's severed.
They broke away
Could be. I don't know.
right before the merger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, no one really. They didn't do a very good job of advertising Cobalt. I mean, that's a whole other issue. But I tried to play Cobalt, and they made it hell because at that time you had to merge your Microsoft and your Mojang and Minecraft account together, and it made that almost impossible for me. I don't know what happened, but eventually I just gave up. I'm like, screw it. Cobalt doesn't look that fun anyway. So I mean, I don't think anyone really cares, honestly, about Scrolls or Cobalt in this whole acquisition because there's not enough done with those games to where if Microsoft did change them, no one would really notice. But I mean, here's kind of what I'm afraid of. I'm judging all of my futuristic views on this by the Xbox version of Minecraft. And the Xbox version of Minecraft is, one, not coded in Java, which is probably going to be the primary reason Minecraft 2 will exist. It's going to be probably labeled as Minecraft 2.0. You have to rebuy it, or maybe if you own it already, you get a sale price. Who knows? That's my prediction. And that's what's going to ruin the modding API. That's what's going to ruin or make it great. Who knows? That's what's going to change everything because it's not going to be coded in Java. And that's what you need to do to fix all these glitches, as Drew was talking about at the top of the show. It's very buggy. And it cannot be coded in Java, especially if you're a giant company like Microsoft. That would be my first move because they claim they're going to make their money back that fast. So that's my prediction. My other prediction is that with the Xbox version of Minecraft, you have to buy skins, you have to buy texture packs, and who knows, maybe the modding community moves in that direction too, where all of those things become DLC, and now if you want these fancy skins for your newly coded version of Minecraft, you must pay money for that. And I'm not saying that's a great way to go about it, but that's just what I'm seeing. That's how I would make money off Minecraft if I had just acquired it and my user base was already installed for me, so I couldn't make money off the actual sale of the game.
Here, you were talking about like them making Minecraft 2.0, and if they anticipate making their money back in a year, they are not going to make a Minecraft 2.0 just yet. They may go into development phase, but they'll be a few years out before we see that.
But just I was gonna say, just imagine Microsoft's developers getting their hands in there.
Oh yeah, they'll be able to do some fantastic things with that especially outside of Java. So I think they're just going to push merchandise, push DLC packets, and you can kiss the modding API goodbye.
Oh yeah,
like it's done, it's over. You can just forget it.
Get out of here with your commie modding API.
A few other people have said that they're going to keep the modders happy. They're going to keep allowing that, and Microsoft does allow for gaming mods in some of their content.
I'm not saying they're gonna like witch hunt modders and stuff like that, but they are not going to give them a toolkit like you get from Bethesda.
Yeah. Right, you can't just click download on something and have all that access anymore.
Yeah, and I also see, like you got the iOS, with the apps for the iPhone, you got apps for Android, and I'm thinking that Microsoft might go that kind of same route where you have to purchase a license to be able to make mods for Minecraft. You know what I'm saying? Now that would be interesting if they did something like that. There goes half the community there that does this just free.
I'm glad you said that.
Mods will start to be be able to monetize them.
I hate to say it, but what if eventually everything goes to the Adobe model, which is pay a monthly or annual fee for access to the modding and access to all that developer stuff. You can pay a one-time fee of, I doubt it'll stay at $25 or $26 as it is now, but you can pay the one-time fee to play the game. But if you want to actually get real creative with it, well, that's going to cost you. It costs you a little bit more,
They coded an XNA, and now you got to get a license to use their software to actually do mods for it.
I'll say this: a lot of modders have already left. There's a handful of just tweets that have been picked out. I actually asked for them before the show. One modder says, "Well, this was a fantastic run with you all, but I imagine this is where modders slowly phase out. So I'm thinking retire now on my own terms." That is one quote. Another says, "To be honest, I don't really care who owns my Minecraft as long as it remains a vehicle in which my friends and I can bond and laugh over." With that being said, to those leaving modding after today, you guys are absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to see what you guys do next. That's from Big Bad Chris. There are a few others that they're just like modders saying goodbye, like because they see this as the end of modding as they know it, which sucks. I mean, these could be small modders, but these could be huge modders too. Who knows? If one guy leaves, for example, FTB, it's a huge mod pack for Minecraft. If you lose one dev on that, it kind of ruins part of the experience. I mean, it's important that these things stay up to date for the way we play the game, and I think that's the reason modding is the reason Minecraft is still relevant. Would you really play the vanilla version of Minecraft, from 2009 till now? Would we still be playing the base version of Minecraft?
I think modding and
updates.
plugins for servers is what made Minecraft what it is today, really.
I need my diorite from 1.8. That's the whole Minecraft experience for me.
Oh wait, so we're talking about servers, and they had launched their own private small hosted servers, right? What do you think is going to happen with the landscape of that?
I think Realms could be. I think Realms, might be phased out. Again, predictions. For the alternative of, you know how when you have the Jimmy and I, we both have the Xbox version of Minecraft. We tried it out.
Yeah.
And it was really easy for us to get into a game together because all we did, I would open my world to you, you came in, and I'm technically hosting a server at that point, but it's not really a server. It's just as long as I'm online and I open it, you can come in and join me. And up to 4 people could do that. And I don't know if it's changed with the Xbox One version. I didn't really give a crap about that because I don't have an Xbox One. But my point is, that's how it worked. That was it. That was multiplayer. I think we'll see a similar thing happen, and Realms will kind of go away. That's my prediction. They're going
to that's already in the PC version, though.
Right?
You can do that already.
Real quick.
Yeah.
That with, but not.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, real quick. Just because I'm such a noob, explain to me exactly. Explain to me exactly what Realms is, because I've seen it in the launcher. Oh, Minecraft Realms, but it just didn't seem important to me. So tell me what Realms is.
Realms is Mojang's answer to Minecraft server hosts, in that you can easily buy a server from Mojang themselves, and you can't really do much with it except for host it with your friends, and it costs a monthly fee just like the other server hosts, and it's actually pretty expensive. So
gotcha.
I think it was already a flop to begin with, so I can just see it being phased out on that account alone. But the only way you can play very easily with friends now is if you are in a LAN connection. You can't. So Jimmy and I right now can't easily play with each other unless one of us is hosting a legitimate server.
Oh, so it's basically like you could do Realms and jump through a bunch of hoops, or you could download a third-party program like Hamachi, like I did, and just connect directly to Vortec and play 1.8, no problem.
Yeah. Which we did, but it still was a pain in the ass. We still had to organize, okay, this is our Hamachi address, this is the IP we need to use.
Well, half of that was my fault because while we were having issues, because it was like invalid VPN. Oh, I'm a computer. I don't understand things. I actually went and Googled it, and it turned out that it was my problem because all I had to do was go into my device manager and disable and re-enable. Literally turn it off and back on again, and then it worked.
Wow.
Did you try turning it off again and then on again?
And everyone scoffs at that, but every so often, that's exactly what you have to do. So that's my fault.
But what we talked about was that why is this so hard? Why can't it be like the Xbox version? Because it's just the two of us wanting to play on the same map together. Why do I have to host this complicated server when it should be as easy as the Xbox version? And I think that's what we might see eventually. Sometime in the future, I think we'll see an easy way to connect with our friends without hosting a big extravagant server.
Do you think maybe that's part of their pay model to make back all this money that they assume they're making back?
I think that goes into Minecraft too. That's why I brought that up earlier. I think in some way they would have to recode the game from the ground up, which is what I would do because the game in Java is junk. And then they can easily make that happen because they already have, think about it, they already have that code. The Xbox One version could probably easily be ported to PC now, right?
True, they've done it with other games.
So it's safe to argue that In maybe less than a year, maybe a year down the road, we will see Minecraft 2, but it's going to be as easy as them porting the Xbox One version to PC, and bam, now you have to rebuy the game, but it's a stable game, which people will like. I would probably buy that only because I am sick of the Java, and the Java one won't be updated anymore. But then you fall into that trap of now they get to charge whatever they want for whatever they want, and that's when people are worried about the game not being what it is now.
Like, can you add mods to the Xbox version of it? You
No.
can't. Can
Nope.
you?
That
See,
could be
and that's-
DLC in the future. I mean, but that's for 4J Studios to work out with mod developers.
And nobody would be able to own their own servers.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah,
As
so
far
you're
as I
talking
know,
about
the Xbox One version, you can't open a server and then go to bed and leave your Xbox off, because there's no server hosts. You could leave your Xbox on and leave your character just standing there like a derp, but that's the only way to like run a server,
Wow.
quote unquote.
Have you
Yeah.
forgotten though? The Xbox is always on.
It's kind of part of the fun too, because there's so many different kinds of servers out there. I mean, we got the mini games. We've got, what was that one? It was kind of like a Daisy. It was a Mindsy. You have all these different versions of servers, that have been modded and made in a certain way to where it's a different game. It's a whole new game.
It's true.
And it's like
true.
you can't do that anymore. Or
Yeah.
we don't know, but I mean,
They
we're
can't charge
assuming
for
that's
it
what's going to
anymore.
happen.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. That's the
On
rule.
a
They
side
can't charge
note-
for it.
On a side note, if you're watching this on your Xbox One, Xbox, sign out.
Yes.
Oh.
I had to.
Oh my god. I think they fixed that because I know that was a problem.
There was actually a bug like that?
It wasn't a
Oh,
bug.
yeah.
It was just assholes
my
doing a
God.
podcast like us and
yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, no, I saw the videos of the live streams where people would just choose the logins for games, Xbox _ sign out. So people would be running around in Call of Duty or whatever, being like, God, what the hell? Xbox sign out? No! Oh God!
That's
Some people
hilarious.
got it. Some people took a little bit longer to get it. It's really hilarious to watch.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
Vortac,
awesome.
you'll have to find that and include it in the show notes. And also, I think the same YouTuber put up a video of him getting like he was playing like NBA, one of those NBA games, and he got nailed for a technical foul for cursing at his TV. That was pretty funny
I
too.
love that video. I
One where they had a username and it was like Bing that or whatever the command is for that.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, in Call of Duty, and then they shout that out, and then it takes them out of the game and it does a Google. Oh, sorry, a Bing search.
Oh Bing.
Xbox format
It
hard drive.
makes it.
That's awesome. Xbox
That's
clear.
hilarious.
Race effort.
So chat's
Yes.
blowing up right now. I want to get to this segment here. We're about halfway through the show, and I wanted to get to this because we do have people in chat right now. I'm sure some people might have questions, and we never do this. We have a live show. We never really take advantage of this. But tonight I'm going to do this. We're going to talk to you guys here in chat, and if you're not listening to the live show, I apologize. But you can always contact us via everythingnoob.com and hit the contact us. There's a form. There's a voicemail number you can call and leave a voicemail. We have the email address there. You can just record something in Audacity and send us the MP3 and we'll play it on the show. Numerous ways to get in touch with us if you want to ask a question and have it heard on the air. So why don't we do that right now?
Everything
Nope,
new.
that's the wrong one.
Oh,
Nope, that's the
wow.
wrong one. Why do
You
all my
are not
stuff get
ready.
switched around? I'm not ready. It all got switched around.
Wow.
It was sarcastic.
Let's hear from the Noob Nation.
There we go. Thanks, Drew.
Yeah.
There we go. You're welcome.
All right. So our first question came from us before the show from Jory. Just a little comment to bring up for the Minecraft Microsoft conversation. Microsoft is a business. Microsoft is not in the business of losing money. If they isolate the Minecraft community by making poor decisions on how to continue to run it, they will lose money. Ergo, they will most likely keep things the same for a PC version of Minecraft. What the hell?
If we isolate the Minecraft community from
If he's offline,
If he's
though,
offline,
I'm here.
oh,
oh,
then there's nothing. Then there's not even recording. Uh oh.
No, wait,
that
we're good.
Dan guy. Wait, we good?
We're good.
all right.
Hey-oh.
Go on.
Okay. Continue
Wait,
on.
go ahead. Read the tweet again.
Okay, sorry. Where did we drop off here? If they
Right.
isolate the
Minecraft.
If they isolate the
Yeah.
Minecraft community by making poor decisions on how they continue to run it, they will lose money. Ergo, they will most likely keep things the same for the PC version of Minecraft and servers. That's from Jory.
Jory, first of all, thank you for following me on Twitter. At Son of Cuthbert. Unfortunately, I see, and I like to be optimistic, but I have seen big companies acquire small properties and then reinvent the wheel, and like I said before, we talked about that on our podcast. So I'm sort of torn because I really want them to just remain faithful, but at the same time, I know that Microsoft has a lot more vast resources, and I feel like they'll be like, oh well, we can do better with this, and we can do better with this, and we can do better by integrating this. And so I can't help but be just a little bit pessimistic rather than optimistic. But that's just me. What do you guys think?
Well, I think that you're right, because if their goal is to make back their $2.5 billion in less than a year, they've got to do something as drastic as reinvent the wheel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else can it be? What else are
But
they going to do?
development's so expensive. If they're going to make the money back, they need to push what's there already. So they probably will continue Minecraft as is, and then they'll start development on another Minecraft project just to kind of replace it. And we'll see that like 3 to 4 years down the road.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
if it's that long, who knows? I think what my biggest fear is with Minecraft 1.9 coming out soon, maybe, then we don't know where that's going to go, because 1.9 was supposed to be the addition of the modding API, the big modding API that we've heard about since Minecon 1. They talked about the Minecraft modding API.
It's supposed to come out, I think, at 1.2.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So when we
So
were supposed to actually have it.
the Xbox version obviously isn't going to get that. Now is the Java versions for PC still going to get that update? Who knows? Are we still going to get that update? I think it's hard to say with Bucket gone. Bucket is the main modding API everyone uses for servers. A lot of servers have to sit there stuck in 1.7.10 or 9 with the latest version of 1.7, and they can't update to 1.8 right now because there's no Bucket to do that with. Some of the more advanced ones have done that because they have coders on deck, but people like me and my server, we're stuck.
Yeah.
We are stuck until a new API comes out, and now with Microsoft
Unless that
in the mix-
Sponge comes up.
yeah, exactly.
Sponge is supposedly supposed to pick up where
This
Bucket left off.
this might be a tangent, but if you care about people like me who started survival in 1.7.4, and you care about users who don't want zombie pigmen running through walls and through nether portals in 1.8,
Not a glitch.
then
Zombie pigmen are
It's not a
supposed
glitch.
to come through nether portals now.
I know they're supposed to come through nether portals, but I built a house in the nether around my nether portal, and they're not supposed to come through walls. That's my point. The first time I played my 1.7.4 map in 1.8, I warped to the nether in my house, and there was a freaking zombie pigman there.
Are you sure it didn't just spawn in there?
No, there's torches everywhere.
Well, zombie pigmen don't care about that.
Yeah, the light level doesn't matter for them.
So what does matter? Because I'm a huge noob, and I didn't know that.
I thought if you built a house around your portal, for example, and you had doors on it, the pigmen couldn't get in. So
I did that with an iron door. So it is. I'm still blaming Minecraft.
Did you put pressure plates outside the iron door?
I put
Or buttons?
okay.
Which one was
Here's
it?
what I did. No.
The rub.
Here's what I did, because I did research on this, and if it was incorrect, then I blame those people on Minecraft wikis everywhere. But I put a pressure plate inside the house, and I put a button outside the
Okay.
house.
All right.
Okay, so you did it
So
right.
it is a glitch. Yes, exactly.
But I'm just saying, did it spawn inside the house, like while you were off doing
No,
whatever
okay.
you're doing in the overworld?
No, here's what happened. I went through the portal into the nether, and this is what I'm talking about with glitches, because the walls of my house were only visible when I was actively jumping, and then when I would land on the floor, there would be like, that's when the walls would render, and that's when I had a zombie pigman inside my house.
That's weird.
Because I was literally walking around on nothing, and it literally looked like, I'm using literally a lot, but it literally looked like there were no walls around me. And then I would like jump, and there would be walls, and then I'd land, and there would be nothing.
Wow.
And that's when a zombie pigman, moving abnormally fast for a zombie pigman, would like attack me, and then I'd of course retreat through the portal, and then, as is normal, it would come through the portal to the overworld, and then I'd have to fight it off, and then it would kill me, and then I'd have to try and fight it off with no weapons, and it would kill me again, and then it would kill me again, and then it would actually kill me again, surprisingly enough.
Then it would go through the portal, wait for you to respawn, kill you again. Those
Actually,
are assholes.
that would be funny if it didn't actually happen.
Oh.
Well, we have some more questions here.
Yes.
Do you
chat,
think they will
question.
have to restart in alpha? If they
Yes.
make Minecraft 2, who knows? Because Microsoft waits a long time, it seems, for them to open up beta access for things.
And yeah,
Bought
they
a lot of
won't
graphics,
do
too.
like an alpha phase or nothing. They'll just
No.
go straight into release. They might have some beta testers, but usually they have their own, right? First games and stuff. They don't really
No,
release anything to public.
Sometimes they do the AAA preview beta, like maybe a month before the release, if that long before release. Usually it's a weekend or two before, where you can kind of preview the game to kind of psych up people, and they slip it under the ruse of it's a beta,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's a preview.
Yeah,
It won't
I
be
feel
anything
like,
like Notch did it, though.
yeah.
No,
I feel like we covered that in the Boom Body days, where it's
That
just a
will
preview,
never
it's not a beta.
I remember those
Yeah.
times. The argument. Oh, that was a big argument.
Yeah, it
Remember
was
that
a big
indeed.
argument. It was so big that he actually got up and got close to his mic and said, "I'll stick with betas."
Icebark
big.
says, yes, they will most likely produce things like Minecraft 2, and as they have already stated, they are trying to focus a lot of energy into mobile. I see a lot of changes coming to console and mobile, but not PC. So that's Icebark's predictions. He's Jory, by the way, who asked us the question while we weren't online. So those are his thoughts. I mean, I tend to agree, but I think I'm only agreeing with that for now. I still truly believe they want to make their money back. The PC user base is huge.
Kinda tapped out.
It's too big to ignore. You have to make another thing for us to buy. I need to
Yeah.
spend my money on Minecraft again for them to make their money back. It's just...
I'm
that's
not
how it
going
has
to
to
buy
be.
no mods. I'm not going to do
well,
it, you know?
part of the reason
no,
the
of
focus
course not.
right now might be on console and mobile is they're trying to catch that up to the PC version,
Yeah,
because
they're
it
still
is behind.
It's way
Yeah.
behind, yeah.
And they may just want to stop development on the PC version, which is the furthest along version, until they can get in there, assess the code, look at it, and decide where they're going to go with it. Because that will take time to go through and kind of look at that on the back end side.
I still say that the game wasn't relevant to me until I discovered the modding community, because eventually it got boring. It just does. I mean, there's only so many. When you're a kid and you have Legos, you'll play with Legos for a while, but once you've built all the things with Legos, you'll start to do other things. There's other toys you have. There's other games. There's other toys. Minecraft is the same thing. You're gonna get bored of it from time to time. The modding community drew me back in sooner than than regular Minecraft would have with an update, because it takes the game to a whole new level.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so important to make that community happy, and if they're going to give us development tools and licensing, I think that's better than nothing. If the modders have to pay a license for it, I mean, I'll tell you what, modders have made money off of their mods, whether we think so or not. They'll put up an AdFly link, and if their mod's popular and people download it via the AdFly link, they've made a few cents, and that adds up. I mean, there's ways to make money. One modder in particular, Bacon Donut, became he's a famous live streamer now because he created Sky Factory. He gets thousands of people
yeah.
watching him every time he goes live, and he's partnered. So he's making money because he made a mod.
Yeah.
Wait, though. But under the new EULA, he can't do that anymore, can he? With the AdFly link.
He can. Well, yeah, he probably can do. Well, who knows? I mean, AdFly is AdFly. I didn't.
Yeah, but that's still like an advertisement and sort of for something for Minecraft.
He's
So I think that is a no-go now.
according to Mojang's EULA, he's allowed to make money by saying, I'll take donations because I worked really hard and you guys will give me donations because you're nice. Under Microsoft's, who knows? Now that he's a Twitch streamer, though, it doesn't matter to him. You can play vanilla Minecraft.
The donations, I think, would still be okay, but they can't have to go through the donation jar of clicking an ad or looking at it for him. That would have to be a separate thing where it's not like I'm donating for the download of this app. It's more like, thank you for this. Now I'm donating just because I like you.
Yeah.
It's a gray area, but yeah.
I also have a
would
donation button on my Twitch.
A lot of people do. A lot of streamers do. I mean, every streamer has something they're working towards. Drew, a new computer. Myself, just equipment to make my stream better. A lot of that involves new computer parts. And
for me, though, that's the same thing, is because I literally can't stream high-quality anything on my 6-year-old laptop.
yeah.
There you go. But at least you did get funding, though, Vortac, for an extra mic stand, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, someone donated money for an extra mic stand because I always have Miss Mojito in here, and she's making color commentary, and no one can hear her. So one of my viewers was like, here, buy her a mic stand and stop this nonsense.
That's funny.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. And that's awesome.
It's hard.
Miss Mojito. That's better than Drew the DJ fan, even though I like that one better.
She goes by Jem's sister online, living in Jemmy's shadow here. And now,
not a very big shadow, too.
We talked about her living in Drew's shadow now as Drew the DJ fan.
Drew the DJ fan. I was just trying to convince her that she has her own identity. She doesn't just have to be Jem's sister. Not that I don't love Jem, but
it's cool.
I just thought,
Let's see how it is. I can't have my number one fan. You want to rip her away from me.
She was the one that came up with Drew the DJ fan. She came up with that.
So she abandoned me. Is what you're saying? Are you pushing the blame onto her? Oh, okay.
That's funny.
There's going to be some sibling fighting here.
Oh, boy.
Later.
No.
Thanks, Drew.
Show.
I don't need
it's
this.
Cool.
I don't need to be in the middle of this.
Somebody was trying to get me a Nintendo 3DS XL.
What?
I saw a tweet, and she was trying. Was it her? Who was involved in that?
Somebody. We're all angry because you don't have one, and we want to play Mario Kart.
So everybody says, please donate a Nintendo 3DS XL to Dreadlow Gaming so that he can do something. I forgot.
Donate one to me too, because I'd like to get it on that.
They're doing a new 3DS, and that might mean the ones we have now are cheaper.
Yeah, hopefully. They'll bring them down.
They're doing a new 3DS.
Mario Kart.
Why not?
Oh.
Because intern gets a little too intense with it.
Play with us. We'll be nice to you.
I watched him punch a desk over Mario Kart.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I was like, maybe we should just play more friendly games.
It's like highly
My college
violent.
roommate threw a controller over Halo on Legendary mode.
No. That's Halo, though.
But
Kart.
the first Halo.
This is Mario Kart.
There are 3 laps in Mario Kart. There's not that much time to get that angry.
Well,
I know.
there is if you're tense enough about proving yourself in such a short amount of time. Yeah, exactly. You have to win.
I thought I was competitive.
And you don't have enough time to do it. Like, I still have a little PTSD over my N64 days with Diddy Kong Racing. Every time I hear every time I hear
this franchise.
No. But don't you freak out? Doesn't your eye twitch a little bit when you hear Silver Coin Challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
God, yeah.
Silver Coin Challenges are the worst.
They remade that game for the DS, and I have it still. I found it. I'm like, ooh, I still have this. What? Yeah, I can play it on my 3DS. It's Diddy Kong Racing. I enjoyed more than Mario Kart because it had more of a story to it. It was more. I liked going into different. It was like Mario. Mario 64 meets Mario Kart. Because you could jump into different worlds, you play the levels in those areas, and then you move on. There was a free roam to it, and I really liked that.
Yeah,
fun time.
It's true, but Mario Kart, like rewards you for sucking a little bit more than Diddy Kong did.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Mario Kart's like, oh, let's tally up the final scores. Oh, we'll give a star for most matches lost. Congratulations.
Well,
You get an extra star.
here's the thing about Mario Kart. Just because you're in 8th for the first 2 laps does not mean you are out of the running for first place.
That's true.
In the final lap, anything can happen.
You could still get like 3 blue shells in a row, and then what happens?
Yeah,
God.
exactly. Or like 2 stars and a blue shell, and it's
Yeah.
In Mario Kart,
yeah.
in Mario
You're
Kart,
in first place. You're terrible.
Mario Kart 7 and 8 a little bit, that seems to code in at least 1 blue shell per race, just about. In Mario Kart 8, it's a little less there, but in Mario Kart 7, you can guarantee at least every race is going to give you a blue shell, and which was really obnoxious to me. It should be more randomized than that. It bugged me.
So you almost want to not be in first until the very last lap, or
Yeah.
the second half of the very last lap.
You want to hover in second.
Yeah,
Right.
Just maintain second, and you'll be okay. Anyway, another Minecraft topic I wanted to get to before we...
Minecraft.
I love going off topic towards the end of the show. There's still so much to talk about. Like Super Smash is breaking people's DSs in Japan. There's issues of that. Like I really wanted to discuss that, but I also wanted to bring this up. Just the joystick. It's getting busted because people are too intense with it.
Oh, so this is like another Mario Party situation where they're
Yes.
trying to do the mini games.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
But I really wanted to get to this because the whole reason this was going to be the theme of the show last week was because of Bucket leaving Minecraft and altogether, like getting dropped. And that's a huge hit alone. Without Microsoft, even if Microsoft left everything alone, that's still a big problem because now there's all these other APIs coming and stepping up and saying, we're going to make our own multiplayer that you guys can use because we really care about you. And now people have to pick and choose which one is good for my server. And this is going to split up. Like, we have a lot of great mods or plugins with Bucket, but what happens when your Essentials goes to Forge and then your Economy goes to Sponge?
So if you're me
Oh,
and you're a
yes.
noob, what is Bucket?
That is true.
Bucket is the current modding API that all the servers
Okay.
have been using forever. It
Okay.
means that if you want to run a server with plugins, first you get a Bucket server rather than a Minecraft server. So it's still Minecraft, but it has an API that allows you to modify it with plugins, and they're
Okay.
all through Bucket. So all the developers develop for Bucket. A lot of those developers have since left because of all the drama, and now with the Microsoft thing doesn't make it any better.
Yeah. So it's gonna be
Gotcha.
tough.
Okay.
But here's the thing. After a while, modders will get requests to do a blah, blah, blah version. And if they get enough like people in their ear screaming they want a different version for the modding API or a different modding API, they will probably bend over and do it. And all mods are going to end up gravitating to 1 or 2 modding APIs that tends to be fast and updates frequently and generally well liked all around.
It's going to be really hard because, well, Sponge seems to be something new, and what they're trying to do is make it so you can not only have plugins for servers, but it'll work with mods too. So it'll be the same one API for both. You see what I mean? Whereas Forge, I think, well, even Forge, I think, is starting to try to do that, aren't they?
I mean, I guess it's hard
Yeah.
to say. Like they're not talking about it too much because they're probably just hard at work. But this
Because
is
I know
preventing...
Forge is specifically just client only, which means it doesn't work with the server
Yeah.
or anything yet.
Well, you can
but
do
they're
a Forge
planning
server
on, yeah, they're
if you
planning
download
on
the client.
right.
So
That's
it's
gonna-
really hard to say because right now Bucket allows you, like Drew, you can keep your Minecraft version without downloading anything additional. You can punch in my IP address and you'll be on a server with plugins installed already. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
If you wanted to
Great.
join an FTB server, you'd have to download the FTB Minecraft client. So it'd be like a whole new way to launch Minecraft, and then you could join the FTB server. After activating all the different mods, maybe that certain server took away something that was in the pack and added something else, which they can do. It becomes very obnoxious. It's like a whole process.
So what you're
Right.
saying is that players can join your FTB server without downloading extra junk, versus having to download all that extra junk themselves.
No, players can join my bucket server without downloading all the extra junk. They can join my FTB server if they download extra junk.
Okay. So can they download and play on your bucket server without downloading extra junk?
Right.
They can they can go on my bucket server without downloading anything. They can just go to Minecraft just like you did on our server. You went into Minecraft, I gave you the IP, you're in. Bam, done.
They can use the Duke Nukem client to get on my... No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Speaking of Duke Nukem,
Oh boy.
if you follow Drew the DJ on Twitch, that's probably the next game I'll be live streaming.
For real?
Oh, man.
Well, no, Duke Nukem 3D, whatever it, Super Ultimate Magma Atomic Sex Kitten Edition was.
Sounds like a massive condom.
It was $1.50 on Steam today, so I downloaded it, and I can actually stream that in OTB with a webcam and not have any dropped frames. So that'll probably be the next thing I live stream, probably tomorrow, just because I can.
There you go.
That'll be fun. But yeah, no, it would be nice to, if I feel in a particular mood to melt my brain, I could just log into a bucket server and watch Feed the Beast rather than downloading a bunch of stuff to willfully melt my brain with Feed the Beast in a different server. So that's good.
We're hoping that those types of plugins become non-client downloadable things.
The only problem with that is that if it's a physical object that's been created in Minecraft,
And he froze.
you can't do that on a bucket server unless the client has that. Huh? I froze?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like,
Weird.
No, I was gonna
bated
say,
breath there.
if
It was bated breath. It was like, what? Hello?
It looked like you were just lost in thought. Like just
No,
froze.
what
I
I'm
know.
saying-
It froze at the perfect moment, so you were like,
Yeah. No, what I'm
Like,
saying
what?
is if now where was I? What were we talking about?
if you're playing FTB on a client server,
Oh, yeah, when
I
you
would
when you
feel-
have FTB, it's got objects that have been added to Minecraft.
right?
So you'd have to have those objects on your client as well. Whereas
See,
a bucket
that's-
server, there is no special objects that have been created. They're already part of Minecraft. They just like recoded each of the objects to do different things.
right.
That the objects that already exist.
And I'm
like-
not saying, that's a good idea, but I'm just saying on a personal note, just to get off track a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd sort of wish that I'd known what I was getting into when I logged into Vortex Feed the Beast server for the first time.
Bucket server.
Bucket server, having just started playing Minecraft, vanilla, regular old, very safe, very secure Minecraft, logging in into Vortex FTP server and watching him fly around like a bat.
Oh, you're talking about my Twitch
advanced
stream.
genetics.
You weren't on the server. You're talking about
Oh.
watching me on Twitch.
Oh, I think I was watching you on Twitch.
Yeah.
Still though, yeah, no,
You're confusing me.
brain running out my ears melted. But no, the concept is the same though. Like like if you want to download a bunch of extra stuff to experience something new, that sucks. I mean, fine, go ahead, but it's much easier to just have a bucket server and just be able to log in and
Yeah, and anybody
See
can
it.
log in.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, but copper kind of melted my brain in Minecraft a little bit. I'm glad that we have andesite and diorite and quartz in Minecraft 1.8 now.
Solar panels?
So, can you
No.
do solar panels?
There's
No, that's-
not solar.
another-
they are solar
that's a
panels.
mod.
They're sort of
Oh,
solar
there is?
panels. They're
Okay.
they're day and night panels. So if it's if
yeah.
it's daytime, it'll launch a redstone signal,
What?
and if
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
nighttime, it'll go off, and you can reverse it. So if it's nighttime, it'll do the redstone signal, and you could turn on your lights at night
So
automatically.
you can have street
Yeah.
lights.
You can even hook up redstone to where it just like does something once a day on your server. Like, so you wanted it to harvest your farm in the morning.
You know, that way you're
Or
not wasting energy.
once every like 4 days. You could like set up a circuit behind it, and it's like, okay, it's been 4-day cycles. Harvest the farm.
Is that just how redstone works, or is it one of the new 1.8 minerals that you mine?
It's just how
That,
redstone.
that's
it's just
no, that's
redstone.
from 1.6, I think, or 1.5.
What? So
Yeah.
I could set it up So Redstone's always been solar powered.
No,
Pretty
Redstone-
much?
No.
Okay.
It's an actual object.
Like switch,
Oh.
I guess. So
Oh.
it's like a lever or a button or something. There's now this little solar panel.
Yeah, it's a day and night
All right,
sensor.
well.
And you can use quartz to get it. You have to go to the nether and get quartz, and that's how you craft it.
Ugh.
And then
Because you love the nether.
it'll launch a redstone signal depending on the time of day. That's as simple as
God.
it is. So it's like the
That's-
automatic lever for you if you want.
That's in vanilla Minecraft too,
Yeah.
so it's not like it's not a mod or
They
anything.
learned
Dang
a
it.
lot from plugins, and that's what's even crazier because
That-
there's no
Yeah,
more.
that's where they got a lot of it.
If they alienate the plugin and mod devs, there is no more inspiration for that kind of change.
Damn
They're
it!
all
Don't they
on their
know
own.
that's Apple's entire business model? Wait and see what the other guys do, and then
Yeah,
do the
that's
same
how they
thing,
do it.
but make it
Because it's
shiny.
working so well.
Exactly.
Oh, but now
Yeah.
they're running behind. So
Redstone update was 1.5, so that's
Like,
where that
what's-
came in.
They were a fad.
Well, we're fat. All right. Well, still brain out, ear into bag.
We are unfortunately out of time, which sucks.
Come on.
so much more to talk about.
I know.
Part 2 starting now.
Double chef.
If you guys have more to add, I think we can go over a little bit because of the nature of the topic. If you guys want, we'll vote on that right now. What do you think?
Yep.
Well,
wait for the
there
delay.
is- what about the radio, the online radio that we do?
What?
What?
The hour-long format, like,
Oh, with
Faster.
We can't.
what's it?
With Wildfire.
yeah, wildfire.
Darn it, guys. I'm going to talk to them because episode 100, I want to make a big spectacular. I want that to be like 2 hours long. I want it to be
Heck
really
yeah.
awesome, and it's coming up here in a few weeks. So,
Well, we could do like a one big one, and then for like those listeners get a two-parter.
it's true.
We could end it and say, okay, this is for the Wildfire listeners. You know.
Yeah.
We
I'll
don't
let
want to
them know-
alienate the Wildfire listeners, though. We love you,
there's,
Wildfire
there's a
listeners.
Wildfire audience, and we thank you guys for listening on wildfire.com. We thank you for listening on iTunes. You can search for us, Everything Noob. EverythingNoob.com for all your links to everything we do. Stitcher and YouTube as
Yes.
well. All the links for that are in the show notes and at everythingnoob.com. So we greatly appreciate that. And next week, if more stories about this whole Microsoft acquisition develop, we will touch on it again. Otherwise, you can expect other various gaming topics or various a crazy theme next week. There's so much going on that we don't have anything to tease for you for next week. However, I have a
It's going to be great, though.
Yes.
It will be great.
I have a feeling that there could be some more news, and we might want to touch on it for part of that show. So tune in next week. That's it. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Later.
Thanks for listening to
No.
the Everything Noob podcast. Be sure to visit everythingnoob.com for previous episodes, show notes, host bios, and blogs. And while you're there, feel free to write us with any questions, comments, or suggestions you may have. Don't forget to check out the links to our Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch TV channel as well. On behalf of the noobs, see you next week, and happy gaming.